Test, test, test. 1 2 1 2. Test, test, test. Test, test, test.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
The second half of the season gets underway tonight in Senol NPL Victoria. It is a Friday night fixture at a very chilly Steel Stadium between Preston Lions and Heidelberg United. My name is Adam Harry Cogley. Pleased to be joining you on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. It is officially now the second half of the season. We are into the return matchups, and we are very much looking forward to this, especially given that the transfer window has now opened and there have been plenty of moves in Senol NPL Victoria. And there's been a particularly major one for Preston Lions in particular. Fiorina Irea on Sunday started for Melbourne Victory and scored against Preston. Just 5 days later, Fiorina Irea is making her senior debut for the Preston Lions and is straight into the 11 in the number 14 shirt. 7 goals for Melbourne Victory for Irea. Gets an immediate start against the team that she helped defeat only 5 days ago. 3 changes overall for Adam Kalegi and the Preston Lions. Yasmin Popovic going into the lineup along with Irea, and making way Madeline Kerr and Eva Papaleo, who is on the bench tonight. And for Heidelberg United, well, they had a cup fixture during the week and were able to eventually topple Avondale, a 3-1 win at Paisley Park in midweek. That exact same 11 is the 11 we start with here tonight. From the league perspective, 3 changes in the lineup as we are underway here on a Friday night. It was so great to see Eve Tiktakakis return and immediately score, as Irea will send it toward Massey. Already Irea having an early impact with her new colours after scoring against this side only 5 days ago. They have earned a corner already, Preston Lions. They barely get through the changes in the lineups here before Preston went on the attack early here. Suminoi Nakayama will be king on her first start at league level as Valentine Percy scores already! Just as we saw in the season opener on Valentine's Day, Valentine Percy has scored already against Heidelberg here tonight. Wow. Heidelberg United have barely touched it and are already behind. Can you believe that? Valentine Percy now with 5 goals in season 2026. The first of which was against this opposition in the season opener. And they are going hard early. Massey for Irea. It didn't come off that time, but Massey goes again and opens up the space. Another attack into the box already for Preston. Heidelberg is under siege early. The ball intended for Olsen. Another corner. Wow. As fast a start as you could possibly get here at Steel Stadium. The lead up to this second corner is literally the first stoppage we've had in this game so far, other than the goal. And Klajic is going to set up. As Preston, unbelievably, already looking to double their lead here. Didn't get anywhere near Percy. This is Heidelberg's first possession of the game, which doesn't last long at all. Klajic goes in again. Falls back to Filipovic. Incredible scenes early on here. Erica Datella. Send this ball back into play toward Irea. 7 goals for Melbourne Victory. A stunning year Fiorina Irea has had so far. And the final appearance for Melbourne Victory, scored against Preston on Sunday. Charlotte Rahorison get her first touch of the night in goal for Preston. Down the line ball, Massey pounces in front of Kerwood Wagner. The back heel to no one. It's been a stunning sequence of events already here tonight. Donahue. Akiyama. Out wide for Tikikakis. Plants. Just guiding it toward Razimic, who scored a lovely goal in the cup win against Avondale. And Heidelberg United are going to get a corner of their own. It's a wasted corner for Heidelberg. Two teams that are in quite good form right now. It's officially 8th v 11th on the table coming into tonight. As the ball's given to Filipovic, just under a small amount of pressure. Preston not out of danger here just yet. Plant will win back for Heidelberg United. And the full turn from Ruby King. Kerwood Wagner has the space. Every time I want to go down and look at a note, give you all my wonderful research, I can't because something's happening out there. Hot start to this game. Wild dispossessed. Ball then goes up in the air. Percy wins the aerial battle. Wild once more. Ali Plant has a little bit of space on the left wing. Trying to place it to Ruby King. King deemed to be onside, despite the calls for offside. From Adam Kalegi, I should say. Donahue. It's Pants on the left side once more. Eva Harrington, brilliant defensive effort on Razimic. Harrington is still down as Plant will look to send a cross in. It's another corner for Heidelberg United. As Harrington just a little slow to get up. Second corner of the night for Heidelberg this time. They have responded well to the absolute surge from Preston early on. Olsen has just one teammate ahead. It was the player that gave it to Olsen. Iria in space. That is a really dangerous prospect. Fiorina Iria can't get any power behind it. A shot that didn't really put Mia Bailey to the test in goal for Heidelberg. I must say, it has been some trickery on the team sheets for both teams. Not up till kickoff, Annalie Bidwell was not in the squad at all, but definitely out there now. Bidwell in at right back. That's not it. Preston were initially showing two starting goalkeepers. Charlotte Harrison gets the start, but Amelia Kibble was in the starting 11 as well at one point. Holly Massey was the missing player that is out there, so in the dribble out. Looking at the squads, I think they're correct now, but it wasn't the case right on kickoff. Percy, Iria was in a good spot, but Percy couldn't find Iria. Harrington. As Razimic comes in to try to get some revenge on that Preston's loss on Sunday to Melbourne Victory, their first loss after a 6-game streak of being undefeated across the league and the Nike FC Cup. The club's still involved in the cup competition. Preston will play FC Clifton Hill after the next league fixture, which is away to South Melbourne next Saturday. So things have just settled down now after an opening minute goal for Valentine Percy. And Preston immediately went on attack after that, trying to make it 2-0. They earned back-to-back corners in the first 2 minutes of the game. Heidelberg have generated a few corners off their own since and have settled into the fixture now, but they are playing from behind. Valentine Percy winner when they first met. It was 1-0 goal. Back on Valentine's Day. That was in the 70th minute. And a warm Sunday afternoon at Olympic Village. It was a Heidelberg United team that day that rolled out with a nearly entirely new team. An unrecognisable one from the one that went down in the grand final against Box Hill United. Harrington. All pass Plant. Through to Bailey. It was a similar story for Preston. There's so many changes in that squad as well. It was the league's first game in charge of the Lionesses. Dick Dukakis. Such a welcome return for Dick Dukakis in this Heidelberg United side. And immediately getting on the score sheet, the sealer against Averdale at Paisley Park midweek. Massey, one way than the other. Ball's gone wide here for Olsen. Maria and Percy both centrally placed in the box. What a dual threat now that becomes for Preston. It's Ruby King. Just on the outskirts, and Horrison was quite worried about it.
Well done. Come on, we go again. Hey, sit up. Hey, push up.
Massey takes some instructions from Adam Kalegi. Georgopoulos and Heidelberg bench equally vocal here. And we match on in Senol NPL Victoria W tonight. Kerwood Wagner. O'Donoghue. Gets it back from Kerwood Wagner. Some nifty footwork there by O'Donoghue. Percy, that's going to come off toward Massey. And outside of the boot, ball's just going to curl away from Iria. Wild now. Iria had that amazing game against Melbourne City earlier in the season. One of the best individual performances we've seen at Senol NPL Victoria. 7 goals total. King. It's end-to-end stuff now. Popovic. The fresh air ball as she tries to clear away. Kerwood Wagner will see it bounce and lands in the gloves of Charlotte Rahorison.
Sarah, just delay, Sarah, delay. Sam, good Sam, well done. Tight.
Iria makes the dash up. And it's another corner. Usually just be a matter of time for Iria. Puts one away here. It'll be 2 goals in 2 different Preston fixtures in the same week for Two different clubs. If she can score here tonight. Another corner. Page. Olsen. Olsen gets a second crack. It's a corner. Deflected off the ankles and boots of Kerwood Wagner. He has 5 goals this season, the American. He was in the team of the week last week after Heidelberg eventually got a 2-1 win over the Bentley Greens. Preston also have a recent Bentley Greens win on their record. Which I was happy to call with Sven Samuel, who is on the bench tonight in his coaching duties for Heidelberg United. One of our own here on the coverage. Another corner to be taken by Holly Massey. That's past a few. Cleared out into open space. Massey. Just gets past Kerwood Wagner and Bidwell. Wild. There to collect for Heidelberg, only as far as Percy. He turns around and saw a chance. What Percy did was pick out Bailey. Counter attack won't get through to Ruby King. Teller scored in that against Bentley. Shootout 5-3 a couple of Sunday afternoons ago. It was Mother's Day. Plants. Razumich. Just worried out of it a touch by Harrington. Razumich gives it back up to Wild. He flashes one. Straight down the middle. Kalkas going out wide. It's placed in front of Bidwell's feet by Minori Akiyama. Minori Bidwell will take the throw for Heidelberg. Armin Pavar is our referee here tonight. Preston equalised the space. Page wants in Olsen, but finding Hasten. Bidwell.
Calm, settle for a bit. Cindy, here you go. So we can lift on, okay? Cross.
Percy being afforded all that much help right now. It's pinballing around. Olsen just tried to inject herself into the situation more than anything else. If Titikakis is the one taking it away for Heidelberg, but got held up by Klajic. Nice touch off Harrington there. King. It looked like Akiyama was being held. Takakis going back to Wild. Two number 14s coming together, Hasten and Iria. Filipovic in a good spot to start the new attack for Preston. Play took out wide for Harrington. There's Iria further up. Iria the target of the ball. Two number 14s matched up on each other again. Iria and Hasten. Hasten goes for the safety. Here's Percy. H gives it up to Plant. Nolly Plant. Razumich out wide. Good combo those two so far tonight. Plant's under pressure though. It's ultimately being given up to Olsen. Percy. Out of position. Aria's isolated up front right now. Massey. Nice darting. Where are the options? At the top of the box. So Ria gives it up a little too cheaply that time. Donahue trying to place it at the feet of Tiktikakis. It was Filipovic having none of it for Preston. Trying to clean up the team sheet issues that we had pre-game. I did mention Bidwell being named as a starter. Actually, was named as a starter all along. Mix-ups in the dribble up tonight. Hopefully cleared up now. Preston did have both goalkeepers starting at 1 point. Indeed, Amelia Kibble is back up to Charlotte Rahorison tonight. I've got to hold up in play. There's a Heidelberg player applying a little bit of attention on the outer side. Barely had time just to get things going tonight before there was already a goal. Valentine Percy, who now has goals in both fixtures against Heidelberg United this season. In the opening minute after Preston generated a very early corner. Only Plant is the player requiring some attention. Hopefully Plant is okay. This is a fixture that Valentine Percy likes to score in. So 3 of the last 4 Percy scored against Heidelberg United. He's not one of the scorers when Preston won their home fixture against Heidelberg back in August. There has been a substitution here. So Misha Anderson comes on. And an early finish to the night for Nolly Plant. Misha Anderson, one of the new inclusions into this Heidelberg United squad. Coming on a lot earlier than expected, unfortunately for Nolly Plant. Strange old 25 or so minutes here so far tonight. early goal, an early substitution. The lead belongs to Preston. And Heidelberg have already had to spend one of their windows early. Vitala gets it from Klajec. Back to Klajec. 1-2 with Percy. Out of reach for Fiona Iria.
Hey, Holly, you got time and space to drive. Hey, Yagi, you got time to turn in the pocket. Let her know to take it up. It's okay. Inside, good, good.
This is Hayson.
Good. Easy feed, that's you. Now you track. Good.
Bidwell. Donahue hoping to pick out King. King's moved over to the right side. Kelwood Wagner is central. Razumich over on the left. Razumich gets it in a good spot. Goes for it now, Razumich. Not too far away from that same part of the pitch where she scored against Avondale midweek. It was a lovely goal. Go back to the Football Victoria YouTube channel. Take a look at that one. Filipovic, Iria surrounded by yellow and black. Olsen goes flying to the ground. And then Payback doesn't blow the whistle. Then it happens again. And again, no whistle. It is Preston's ball. So Percy had a shot from this area earlier in the half. Miss-hit that one. The first one was aimed directly at goalkeeper Nia Bailey.
Stay 50, stay 50, good. Stay 50. Drop off one, good. Drop in. Good. Hey, first to seconds. Bravo Dean. Bravo Dean. Good. Last right shoulder, last right shoulder. Well done. Bravo Eva. Good ball.
Yamada cleared out. Popovic just under a small amount of pressure from Akiyama. It was really well trapped there by Olsen. If only accounted. He's going to keep it in. Really deft touch. Marcus going down the line. The Magnus would have been shuffled. For Heidelberg United, King. Just an awkward approach on the ball. Might still get that chance, King. It's being booted away in the end. Iria. Olsen's got a tough ask here against Wild, but Olsen nearly wins that battle. Steady head. Here's Rosie Wild.
That's you, D! Bravo! On the top!
Head-on-head match-up to watch tonight, Olsen and Wild. See quite a few spectators here tonight at Geneseo Stadium. cold. Two teams who on the table don't look to be in a good spot, but in form. It's 5 wins and a draw. Heidelberg have been able to put together since their last loss.
Ruby cover!
Percy just had no chance at that ball in the end. Hastings done a really good job so far in it left back.
Sarah, pull out! Out!
The Packers going inboard. Nakayama is worried out of it. Olsen. Nice touch off Wild, corner for Preston.
On the left shoulder, the 20. She's sitting behind you.
They've had a mix of Friday night and Sunday fixtures throughout their season so far. The 20s kicked the dew off earlier. 2-1 win for Preston over Heidelberg in that one. Get another look at a corner. I think this might be the first one from this side. Pavilion side here at Geneseo Stadium. Percy got a touch in, calls for handball. Iria puts it straight into Yamada. Another dangerous ball in, but no issues for Bailey, who has a goal to her name this season. Right. That's Melbourne City. A few teams have been able to do this season. Iria having a day out against City. Kakakis finding the space, taking the shot. Rahorison will eventually bring it back to safety.
Hold it a little bit longer, wait for her to get around.
Ruby, she bounces the ball all the time. One has to stay, please. So always go in.
Remember what I said just before?
So Misha Anderson has had to come in for Plant injured in the first half hour. But what an inclusion that is for Heidelberg United. So much of his experience in NPL Victoria. Here's Anderson in the number 12 shirt. Misha Anderson.
Hold, Holly! Good!
Deb!
Bravo, Holly! Bravo! Yes! Actually, Nat, all the way!
Bidwell.
Good girl! Bravo!
Go, Ruby, go!
Place it in a good spot for Ruby King. Trying to find a way around Erica Datella and having no luck. Well played Datella. Still going. Running circles around King that time. Again, they released a little early. King with a delayed reaction, but got there eventually. Charlotte Harrison will start again for Preston.
Come on, we go again! Come on!
Percy wins the battle against Anderson. Out wide we go. Massey been influential in this game so far. Making another run right through midfield. Slicing and dicing. Play will stop now because Erica Tatella has been down for a little while now. People are trying to get the attention of Armin Paver. Eventually play has been stopped here. After more than half an hour has been played here. Must admit, can't tell what has happened here. Just looking on replay. Something might have happened off camera. Tatella was involved in the one-on-one against Ruby King. Hurt herself in that battle. Another forced change is going to occur. Erica Tatella is another early exit here tonight. Eva Papaleo is going to come in. Still cannot spot on replay what might have happened. Both teams now have had to make a forced change in this first half. Eva Papaleo comes in for the injured Erica Tatella. After Plant has been replaced by Nisha Anderson for Heidelberg. And back live now, Razumich. Dukakis. Kerwood Wagner having a hard time getting around Harrington. Razumich will go again, being tracked by Aria. Donahue, Hayson. Nice ball for Razumich down the line, little back heel. Can't get it through to Tikpikakis. Preston holding up nicely defensively here. Play for Iria. It's Olsen up front right now. Percy only has really Olsen to go to if the option was to look toward goals. Sends it wide to buy a bit of time in space. Dragana Klage will go in. Percy back positioned in the box. Being tightly marked by Weil. And from behind had to put the challenge on Tikpikakis. Ball goes out of play. Out for a corner.
Hang on, you said she got the ball. She's got the ball.
Objection about the decision to award the corner. Just asking the question of the fourth official. Corner gets taken. Splitting Percy and Iria. Denies any attack on the ball by Aria. Took the Preston touch.
Keep this pocket open to Minori.
It's just a strange sort of vibe around at the moment. Since the injury delay for Eric Detella, it's just a weird sort of feel about this game right now. Anderson,
Minori out! Minori!
Marcus, and then Hasten. Gave it up to Filipovic. Olsen. All the way through to Iria. Kleic, I think it was, the target on the Olsen ball didn't get through. Yum it up for Kleic. New player out there, Papaleo missing Percy with the captain's armband. And yet another goal against Heidelberg to outside Percy's name in the opening minute here tonight. Gave Preston the 1-0 lead they still hold now. The Carcass was a little dirty in herself that she'd picking up the throw there. Come back from the US stints, immediately scoring on return in the cup midweek against Avondale. Nice league start now back at Heidelberg United. There's a string of losses and draws that really hampered Heidelberg's start as they navigated life with pretty much an entirely new lineup. I've been so glad to get some revenge on an Avondale team that featured quite a few former Heidelberg players midweek. King for Kerwood Wagner. Haven't had much of a chance to put one away just yet. Razumich is going to be offside. It's the most promising build-up we've seen Heidelberg put together so far.
Well done, well done! Come on,
Mosey.
come on!
Well done,
Come
Meyer.
on!
Keep going, Eve. Good. Bailey. Roots, Minori. Keep going, Sam. Honorina.
See Eric Detella making her way around the pitch and going into the locker rooms here. Still unable to tell exactly what had happened, but this means a good enough sign that she's up on her feet. I do believe that whatever happened off camera.
Press in!
I was unable to spot it.
Misha, hold position!
Falling through the replay.
Okay, Ruby, get across to them. Minori!
Maybe a Plants injury that so he gets subbed out early. I'm able to tell exactly what the issue was live in the moment. Harrington. No one home for Preston. Wild. A good lateral ball toward Hastings. Razumich gives it up to Percy. Now Georgia Henderson tonight for Preston. The last couple of fixtures for Lionesses. Down the line ball for Olsen. Tracked all the way back by Bidwell. Akiyama. Lovely little touch to Misha Anderson. Debut for Heidelberg.
Hey! Come on!
Every time she gets the ball, she gets hammered.
Massey. Iria. It's going to find Olsen onside. Desperate lunge from Wild. New ball being called for.
The only reason I say that is because the defender's going that way and the ball's going 10
It's been a strange first half here tonight. We're in the final minute. We've had two major injury stoppages, 2 substitutions have been made already. So the number on the fourth official's board could be a little more substantial than what we normally see at the end of the first half. It's 3. Bailey low and down the line. Going to Plage on the end of it. Picked out Wild. Massey. Tiktakakis did well to beat Massey to the ball, but there's still a chance here. Iria trying to chip Bailey. It's off the crossbar. That's the quality that Preston knew they were bringing in. They were a victim of it on Sunday. And nearly, albeit such a low percentage shot, nearly. Iria scores on debut for Preston. Anderson falls right over Percy. Kick for Heidelberg. Another quick touch going out wide by Akiyama. Herwood Wagner cuts back toward O'Donoghue. Strong attack on the ball by Massey. O'Donoghue now has to win the foot race. Just worry Massey out of it, and Massey fouls O'Donoghue. It's quickly taken. There were 3 minutes added on at the end of the first half. Heidelberg just sensing a late kill here to make it 1-1. Going into the sheds. There's nothing ahead as Wild goes forward. It's back in the hands of Charlotte Rahorison. Zuho Yamada. Plays some kick to kick with the goalkeeper Yamada. Preston are more than happy to see the half-time whistle, it would seem. They've lost Erica Tatala in the first half. Heidelberg lost Marley Plants before the half-hour mark. It was Valentine Percy's goal in the first minute that has seen Preston lead pretty much the entire fixture. It's the same score with which they won the opening game of the season between these two back in February. Armand Paver's seen enough for the first half. A strange game, this one. Fiorina Iria, who scored against Preston on Sunday, nearly scored for Preston here on Friday night. Only 5 days later, just kissed the crossbar, trying to chip Mia Bailey. That was late in this first half, but Valentine Percy's goal is what separates Preston from Heidelberg. It is halftime here on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. The opening game of round 14 in Senol NPL Victoria. It is Preston 1, Heidelberg United 0.
Hey, come on, let's go, come on! Come on, here we go, come on! Here we go!
Second half underway at Jenna Steele Stadium on the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. The only game on this Friday night in Senol NPL Victoria double. Senol NPL Victoria W, I should say, NPLW. It was one-time Percy who scored in the first minute of this game. It sees Preston hold a 1-0 lead over the in-form Heidelberg United outfit. There has been a half-time change for Heidelberg. It's another new inclusion into the squad. Sarah Asuma is coming in and replacing American Samantha Kerwood-Wagner at half-time. Asuma was announced as one of the new signings midweek. One American forward replaces another American forward. Kerwood-Wagner making way for Asuma. He's immediately in the action. Tried to pass back to O'Donoghue, but Massey will be the one to bring it away for Preston. Had an outstanding first half with Holly Massey. Two force changes in the first half. Melanie Plant replaced by Misha Anderson. Glory cohort that's now made their way over to Heidelberg for the second half of the NPL Victoria season. And yet to see Olivia Wood come on for Heidelberg here tonight. Gone hard, Heidelberg, with this mid-season window. Finding form at the right time, but 8th on the table coming into tonight. Percy will go out wide. Iria, big new inclusion for Preston. Just joining us, Iria, starting tonight for the team she scored against on Sunday. 7 goals for Melbourne Victory. For the Shepparton born striker. Did try to lob Mia Bailey, the goalkeeper, found a crossbar late in the first half. And there's Iria on cue. Klajic. Iria will go for it. It's been a few too many shots directed at Mia Bailey tonight. Mia Bailey's not been required to deviate from her position to take. Here's Razumich, scorer midweek in the cup. Kiyama gets dispossessed. Down the plate. Karkas is another new player, new / returning. Back over this side of the Pacific as well. Changed hands a couple of times. Percy. One time Percy trying to get out of the shoebox here. Yeah, I'll just do so. Heidelberg are trying to pin Preston deep here. They've not yet found the equaliser. Karkas will take the throw. Razumich could control. Just one league goal this year for Razumich. Wagner has 5. So down at half time. That's away from Quake. Before taken by Tiktakakis. Gets it back from Anderson. Here's Anderson. Subbed on in the first half. Moving east to Heidelberg United in the second half of the season after the A-League season came to an end. Wooden Anderson. They're starting on the bench tonight. Anderson's on now, gets the ball. Tiktakakis. Oh, that's a dangerous ball. Irea colliding just about with Haston. Haston did well, but Olsen gets it back. Massey, first time Irea. Fiorina Irea, no one in front of Irea. Tried to cut back. Got a little flick back. Irea. Bailey did well. Really, really well. Had to get back on the line. Massey took another shot. Mia Bailey keeps it at 1-0. Tugs of the shirt. Too many fouls given away. Arm and Paver in the first half. So Percy's one that has to be careful, sitting on 4 yellow cards for the season. So he needs to be on the absolute best of behaviour from now on. Need to start stringing some more wins together. Just buy some more safety from the bottom of the table. 11th coming into tonight. Calls for handball. Given. And Paver. Only 3 wins this year for Preston. 6 losses. Most recent of which was on Sunday, courtesy of this player right here. Irea. 2-0 loss to Melbourne Victory. Irea was one of the scorers for Victory. Here is Irea again. Percy. Losso. Preston's first in nearly 2 months of football. Flicked in! At the near post. An assist from Percy. And put away really, really nicely. There's a sneaky run in by Massey. Preston double their lead here. Valentine Percy and Holly Massey came into tonight with 4 goals to their names. They've now got 5. And you look up front. Fiona Irea is set to help Preston get going on the scoreboard, but she's not been involved in either goal, really. It's the usual suspects, Massey and Percy. And all sorts of pressure now for Heidelberg United. Razumich will play toward O'Donoghue, but safely collected by Harrison. This is a matchup that Preston does like. They're going for their 3rd consecutive win against Heidelberg here tonight. Here's Percy. Placing it for Olsen. Not a bad spot to put it. But so well read by Mia Bailey. Bidwell will take it away for Heidelberg. Dispossessed by Massey, who's been Play of the match by some way, I think, now.
Hey, hey, she's got to keep that discipline. She's just going. All right, good.
Well, just solidifies that status. Not yet at the hour mark. That's what I'm doing to take the honours off Holly Massey right now. Akiyama. Showing off some really good touch tonight. Through midfield, Razumich. Nothing at all on that ball toward Sumo. Couldn't really make anything happen at all. Tick the carcass.
One of you, one.
Zuma providing some help. Wins the corner. Suma placing a fellow American at half-time. Samantha Curwood Wagner subbed out of the game. Barely have any meaningful impact at all in the first half. We've ticked the carcass, will take the corner.
Hey, discipline.
Get Minoria.
Discipline.
Heidelberg going to construct this fight back. It's Razumich.
Hey, Shane,
Just making a nuisance of herself on Razumich.
Keep up.
No shot in the end. Papaleo has gone up in the air. Massey up against Bidwell. Bidwell wins out. King.
Good.
Open your body.
Into a defensive winger kind of role with Asuma now out there. There's overhead of Anderson.
Corner.
Some sort of shot taken by Razumich.
Get it up.
The goal kick.
Hey, V. Good.
Sure, wanted to go back to Bailey, couldn't in the end. Bidwell. And Donahue back to Bidwell. Maybe King caught behind. Good defensive work by Yamada. Olsen. Iria is surrounded by Heidelberg defenders. Bailey clears the line, had to get out of the box to do so. Coach going back to Popovic. Percy going down the line, Iria. Been so tightly marked by Hasten all night long.
Hey! Come on!
Percy ripping to the carcass off the ball. As I said, has to tread lightly on 4 yellow cards, Valentine Percy.
Hey, Yazzie, on the next one.
Actually, 4 goals Percy did have coming into tonight, now 5. We'll see the score in the opening minute. One of the really big movers in this mid-season transfer window. Perth Valley Commonwealth, Nisha Anderson, Olivia Wood. Good work wonders for them. And welcome back, Eve, did the carcass. So Sumo now out there as well.
Let's go, V. Let's go, V. Keep going, V.
Forward.
Took the carcass here. And as far as Papaleo, run back by Suma. Forward toward Akiyama. It didn't work out. Massey. Harrington. Has some space to work with. Iria this time being marked by Wild. Wild went down but not after. Getting the ball away from Iria, who gave away the foul in the eyes of Armin Paver. Should be a Heidelberg ball, it is.
Eva, if she's going, one's going to drop off.
Only forward by Stealth right now, Heidelberg. You can see it with Percy, who came flying in and got her. Richard Anderson didn't seem to know anything about it. Percy's going to require some attention. It's up easily enough, so...
Omar, get off! Get off!
Actually kind of laughing it off, Valentine Percy. Never actually taken in medical attention, so should be able to come back on straight away maybe, but he'll come to the sideline and take a drink. Percy does come back on. Anderson certainly looked a bit bemused. There's a Heidelberg player down behind play right now. Iria shoots. Good save. Mia Bailey denying Iria again. But again, we have an injury concern. There's a Heidelberg player down.
Adam, you did it at South Melbourne to us last year. Now stop it. Stop it. That's why Jono says you're a bad man. Jono says you're bad, Adam.
Some real tension on the benches right now. Kaligi's come out of the technical area. Seems to be trading arms with Sven Samuel.
Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it.
Sven Samuel's been yellow carded.
I'm not talking to you, Adam. Seriously, that's why they think lowly of you, Adam.
And that exchange has not stopped since the yellow card was dished out toward the bench. We have a corner for Preston in the meantime. It's happening in multiple parts of Jenny Steele Stadium right now. And back with live play, thankfully. Popovic out wide. It comes toward the middle. Anderson tried to guide it in the direction of Akiyama. Seemed to work out okay. Tick the carcass. Suma. It's done well so far. Suma cuts back now. The centering ball, King. Really awkward King as the ball came. Now trying to recover it back. Maybe King's done well enough. Here's King again. Might pick out a Suma. Harrington. Playage. Release, but no one home. Wild. Anderson. Bidwell. Nazimic on the right. As we speak for Heidelberg. King played in centrally.
Offside!
Anderson and Massey come together. Anderson was nearly caught in the offside trap.
Hey, hold it,
Does get the corner for Heidelberg. Heidelberg are playing down a player. Change is not being allowed to be made just yet. There's a corner to come to be taken by Iftik Dukakis. Here comes the change. So Sarah O'Donoghue, another victim. The injury list is big.
Lock in, Preston!
And the Perth Glory combo are now both out there. Olivia Wood comes on for Heidelberg United. And a good time as well, the corner kick. Hopefully Sarah O'Donoghue's okay. Here's the corner from Iftik Dukakis. Low and wasteful. No one near any teammates. Most importantly, Percy did well stretching on the ground. Ultimately kept it in Preston possession and set up this new attack. Harrington going in board for Percy. Percy think about a shot just for a brief moment. Olsen. Iria. That might be hurt as well, Iria. He stops short. Iria is the latest player down. Preston are playing with 10 as we speak. Rosie Wild is forced to put it over the touchline. Fiona Iria on a night where players are going down everywhere. At least for the moment, it looks like it might just be cramp. Just completely missed the ball that came to her. It didn't quite look right. First man, she just wondered if Armin Paver was in the way, but I don't think that was the case at all. Hopefully cramp and nothing more for Fiona Iria. There's a change coming for Preston. Adam Pelleggi did ask Fiona Iria if she wanted to come off. Said no. So Adam Pelleggi called off the sub that was being prepared. It looked like it was Isabella Tribbiano. No work being done. Maria's right calf. A great ball from Wood.
Good girl!
It was classy. Asuma. Wood looking to have an instant impact. Perth Glory teammate in Anderson got involved as well. Anderson again trapped it nicely enough, but Percy was right there to pounce. Goes quickly out wide. Harrington went to an outnumbered Matt Olsen. Iria appears to be ready to come back into play. Preston playing with 10 right now. Razumich looking to take advantage of that. Central target was Minori Akiyama, and that's probably not ideal. And the ball comes in like that. Maria is about to come back on for Preston. Is back on for Preston. Here's Razumich. Oh, it's pushed up for Heidelberg to provide a new presence up front. Yamada comes together with Ruby King. Gets fouled. Preston looking the goods to get their third win from 5 league fixtures. 4th overall across Cup and League action. Heidelberg United have not lost in NPL Victoria since round 8. It's round 14 here tonight. It's fallen to the feet of Harrington. It's stolen away by Asuma.
Hey, Eva!
Harrison falls over the top of the ball.
Hey, Eva, when you decide, just back it, okay?
Asuma. Bar up on Holly Massey there. Massey wants to get on with things quickly. Heidelberg need at least 2 goals in 20 minutes. Percy. Iria. The zigzag with Iria doesn't come off for Percy. Iria looks a little hampered right now. Needed a lot of attention. On her right calf, wants to take the throw. There's some confusion about whose throw this is. Here's Preston. Page won't take it. Harrington will take it. Asuma. Akiyama. Asuma. Been a good presence in this left wing since coming on at half time. Facing Samantha Kilwood-Wagner. Massey had it ripped away by Olivia Wood. Bidwell going down the line, hoping to find Ruby King. Elena Razovic. Heidelberg have put Nori Akiyama up front. These last 5 or so minutes. Other moving parts between these two sides here tonight. More injuries and goals, unfortunately. The whistle does go. King going to grounds. Involved in a few physical duels in the last couple of minutes. Ruby King.
Yes! Throw it out, yes! Mizu, throw it out! Hold the line!
Fiorina Iria didn't quite look right. After getting the calf attended to, Isabella Tribbiano is going to replace Fiorina Iria, whose debut at Preston comes to an end. Took a couple of good shots that really tested Mia Bailey after scoring against Preston on Sunday, unable to score for Preston tonight, but certainly one to watch in the second half of the season after scoring 7 for the Melbourne victory in the first half of this 2026 Senol NPL Victoria season. First we'll look at a set piece here tonight. Taken by Hayson. Right, offside call. It was eventually made. Matt Olsen. It slipped over. Razumich taking it away. Olsen doing the defending on Razumich, the 2 number 7s. Razumich trapped in the corner.
Don't dive in, Eva, don't dive!
So enough around Papaleo. Preston have done well. Heidelberg are having a really, really rough time. I don't think they've been able to fire any shot at all. And Charlotte with Horrison tonight, and Horrison's not had to do much at all. It's not really the best Preston have looked all season. But there is something about this opponent that they like. They're set for their 3rd consecutive win against the team that's played in the last couple of grand finals in NPL Victoria. Asuma incidentally touched it by hand. It's not been seen. Asuma in the box. Flashes right across Charlotte Horrison's goal, but it's safely out for a goal kick. Just does not feel like Heidelberg are going to be able to fire a shot tonight. Still time.
Let's keep, yes!
This scoreline of Preston 2, Heidelberg 0 is a very much deserved scoreline for the Lionesses. Yamada. Olsen. Well played so far by Nat Olsen. Hasn't had much room to work with tonight, Olsen, and that was on show there. Hayson. Loses out against Wood. Popovic is going to not make too much of an effort to keep the ball in play. A change for Heidelberg. Here's one for Preston coming as well. Abigail Winstanley is coming on for Annalie Bidwell.
Holly, D! Both you in. Okay,
Preston change.
Okay.
Is Olivia Edwards.
You got B as outlet and you got Bo up top.
Replacing Nat Olsen.
B, 10. Livy, straight
Able
in.
to shore things up a little more defensively for Preston. The 20s players just don't get 100% effort. May well be called upon here as Preston flood the box. Didn't get to that. Nice touch of Heidelberg apparently. Looks being used a little by that.
your left shoulder. Eva, tuck in. There you go.
It's feeling like a Preston night. Percy's lost the armband.
Away!
Percy and Massey, the scorers for Preston.
Nice. Yes, Preston. Well done.
Now Heidelberg set for their first loss since round 8.
Well done, Bella. All right, good.
Eva, tuck in.
Keep working, Bella. Great job. Lead.
Only 2 goals in 10 minutes. Wood just takes a flash at it. Harrison had the crossbar covered.
Well done. Really good.
Percy gets pulled down by Anderson. Gets the call.
Well done, G. Lana.
It's been a physical game, this one.
That's excellent. Well done. Very good.
Mizu, discipline, we
Time
bleed.
Percy's been in the thick of
Discipline.
it. Still to come back and get the armband back from the 4th official.
Come on, let's get it
It'll
moving.
happen now.
I need to get this on. He told me.
Come on, let's get it moving.
He told me to come get it. That's fine. Can you put it on? I can't. Come on, go touch.
Edwards will take the free kick for Preston.
Eva, tuck in. Up again. There.
It's been a match that just feels like it's never had any true momentum. The scoreboard advantage will be all that matters. Preston have had that for the entirety.
Come out.
Massey doubled the lead in the 53rd minute. That's the assist of Valentine Percy, who scored in the opening minute. Both on 5 goals for their season in NPL Victoria. It's looking more and more like Heidelberg are going to take their first loss in nearly 2 months. Melbourne victory, South Melbourne, Box Hill United, Byron Zara on the upcoming schedule for Heidelberg. There'll be a cup fixture listing all of that as well. Preston go to Lakeside Stadium next Saturday for a date with South. And the cup fixture against FC Clifton Hill. Box Hill, Byron Zara, Spring Hills after that. Ryan Message, who maybe are set to make a charge up the table. Maria is such a good inclusion for them. She couldn't score tonight, does have a calf complaint. Saw her subs out a few minutes ago. This gives Preston another dynamic look up front. Some help for the likes of Percy Olsen and Massey. As Massey goes for a dash. Trubiano. There's no one in the box for Preston right now. Trubiano has to hold it up. Some of these Preston players are out on their feet now. It's been a grueling match, this one. Percy is starting to really look hampered as well. Olivia Wood, a handsy play to have fresh legs. It's a second half substitute. I'm going to deny Razumich. Well, gets a second crack after kicking the first ball directly into Percy. Beyond his touch. Could have just caused a headache for a moment, but not with Harrison.
Keep play. Don't jump.
Safely has it back in her hands. Puts it up high. 30 kick-off here tonight. It's very, very cold now. Heidelberg had to deal with the very early kick-off against Bentley last Friday. Double header that was also the leading into the men's fixture between Heidelberg and Bentley Greens. This is a local derby between two northern suburb teams, so not too far to travel tonight for Heidelberg as Bailey comes off her line. Being they could have had an much earlier kick-off here tonight. It wouldn't have really hurt on Friday night compared to the Bentley situation they had last week. Travelling that far. Asuma made some nice runs since coming on at half-time. Asuma gets completely bowled over. Eva Harrington's been really good defensively. It's a corner for Heidelberg United. Time is of the essence now for them. There's another Preston player down. This is a match that has taken a heavy toll. Anderson is setting up for the corner. There's a Preston player being attended to, maybe an ankle concern right in the middle of the pitch. Mia Bailey is not happy about the situation at all, so much so that Anna Paver has to intervene here. The verbal barbs have been going back and forth all night long.
Hey, Preston, stay focused! Come on, come on! You need her off?
And this will be time added on. Rosie Wild's now coming over to have a chat with Anna Paver just about what is taking so long, I guess, more than anything else. As long as the time goes back home, ultimately probably won't be too much to worry about for Rosie Wild and Heidelberg. Anderson's been taking a while. I've been waiting a while to take this corner. Mia Bailey is still making her views known to the Preston bench. The injured player was Eva Papaleo. Finally, we're back with some live play. Heidelberg needed 2 goals, where Harrison came a long way off their line. Anderson gets another crack. Massey there. And Preston needed it to be. Eva Papaleo gets the green light to come back onto the pitch. Rosie Wild. Can she lift her side back into this? Denied by Edwards. Getting close to the 90. There'll be quite a few minutes added on, you'll think. Heidelberg need all the extra time they can get. Edwards going down the line. And Preston's 4th win of the season. And 3rd from their last 5 league fixtures. Cup win as well. They're able to enjoy against Manningham United. Percy wants the corner. Won't get it. No, we'll get it. Here's a corner. Lionesses will be no rush whatsoever. There's no love lost. Between these two powerhouses of Victorian football. Preston is set to do it again against Heidelberg. And cause another upset. League's side, how chippy it's been tonight, would love nothing more than to seal it and make it 3-0. There will be 5 more minutes to play here tonight in stoppage time.
Let's go! Send it!
Mia Bailey knows that it's go time. Straight down the line, bounced right into the chin. That was nasty on a night like this as well. Sarah Suma had to have hurt. Haysen. Akiyama. It was an awkward ball, but an effective one for Asuma. Harrington bounces off Asuma. Corner for Heidelberg. Harrington slow to get up, and Heidelberg were not allowed to take the corner. Harrington was right in that firing line. She knew what she was doing. Roman Paver was having none of it. Need a score from this corner to Heidelberg. Bounces past Anderson. Fell all the way to King. King was the one that was able to take the shot, but it was blocked easily enough. Now Wild probably didn't keep it in play. Didn't look like it. Didn't in the end.
Eva, just stay now. Just calm, just stay.
Remember, the crowd has had to go and send the spare ball back out towards Charlotte Roharison.
Rest, only rest. Eva, tuck in.
Fair assumption that was a Heidelberg supporter. 5 minutes were put on the fourth official's board. It's ground to a halt this game. Roharison slips over. And will be allowed to retake the kick. The Heidelberg bench is absolutely seething at the moment. The fact that Roharison was going to be allowed to retake the kick. This is a fixture full of tension at the moment. And we have a stoppage because there's a lot of blood coming out of the nose of Sarah Suma. That could well be from when the ball bounced up into her face a couple of minutes ago. So that's a forced stoppage in play. Armand Paver. This is a fixture that it's taking a while to find its conclusion.
She has to go.
And I'll be drawing out the inevitable. Preston on the cusp of claiming the season sweep over Heidelberg. Edwards didn't pull out the one wood. Fresh airy. No one there in yellow and black. How's this going to bounce for Tribbiano? Haysen had to take the help available. Winstanley. Preston have it back though. Massey going aboard Klajic. It fell back to Asuma. Sarah Asuma. Nice ball along the ground. Wood's been a steady head since coming on. Cross in from Akiyama. Wood gets away. not happy about it either. Anderson.
Delay, no cross!
Akiyama denied the first time by Harrington. He may as well have kicked it into Mary Creek. Adam Kalegi wants the final whistle. There's been a lot of stoppages since we passed the 90-minute mark. 5 minutes were added on. Heidelberg going to have to be resigned to defeat now. They're not going to get the 2 goals they need. Anderson will take the throw. We've not been able to fire a shot on target all night long that I can recall. This band required a shift Charlotte Horace has probably had all year. One of the best saves tonight have come from Mia Bailey. Had to deny Fiorina Iria twice.
Let's go, Preston.
Fortunately, Mel's been beaten twice. Still going. Jenna Steele Stadium. How close are we to 11 o'clock, I wonder? Senol collided with Rahorison. It'll be a goal kick. Rahorison in the firing line there.
Hey, Seth. I just want to make sure. I don't want her to get in trouble after the game.
A head collision, therefore, on the paver. He's just going to call time right there and then. Preston get the win. They get the season sweep over Heidelberg. Heidelberg's first loss since round 8. Valentine Percy and Holly Massey, your scorers here tonight. We hope that Charlotte Rahorison is okay. The last action tonight was Rahorison taking contact. It was head contact, so she will be attended to. We hope that Charlotte Rahorison will be okay. Her team gets the win in a tension-filled fixture at Jenna Steele Stadium. Round 14 is underway in Senol NPL Victoria W. And Preston have picked up their 4th win from all competitions in their last 6 outings. They are in form and set to maybe make a run up the table in the second half of the season. Charlotte Rahorison is up on her feet. Hopefully that is good news. We are done from Jenna Steele Stadium. What a performance it was by Preston. They get it done over Heidelberg United. The final score, Preston 2, Heidelberg United 0.